Camera number 155 of 365 is this FED 4 totally manual camera with built-in light meter. Sadly, the light meter on this particular camera doesn't work, but if it did, we would calibrate it by setting our film speed by rotating this inner dial, and then we point it at our subject, and then by rotating the dial until it matches, we can then read off our shutter speed or aperture, and we have a selection of them depending on where it is, and then we manually input that into our aperture ring, which is on the outside, and then set our shutter speed, accordingly. The lens is a screw mount, and this particular lens is a 53mm 2.8, and there's a little pushy lever here which allows us to focus. So as the focus ring gets turned, it pushes that and then allows us to use the viewfinder little mechanism inside where you line up two images, a ghost image, and that's how we then focus. Or we could equally we could just set our own focus on our experience, but that's how the mechanism evidently works, by pushing that in. Put our lens back on. Have a self timer, which and then it has its own button. Quite a lengthy. There we go. Okay. And then our film advance. And then to put our film, rewind our film, we have to disengage the wind-on mechanism by rotating the little collar of the shutter actuation, and then to take the back off, before we take the back off, of course, we would then move our film rewind crank. Now it does, it's almost counterintuitive. You think, oh, I'm going the wrong way, but it's not. It does it in reverse. So by winding it on there, it will rewind the film in that way. So once the film is wound on, we can then take the back off the camera by unlocking the mechanism, and there you go. You can see how the wind-on mechanism kind of works in opposite. And then our film advance and shutter actuation. The viewfinder does have a diopter, which is very helpful. And then to put the camera back on, on, we just simply line it up and secure it. It's quite a substantially made camera, quite heavy, like the Zenits. It's quite a substantial camera. You certainly know you've got it. It does include a flash synchronization port there, and cold shoe. I don't think I mentioned that. And that is it. So that is camera number 155 of 365.